You get these people, right, who call you on the phone for a quote. You know, they have some event that they want filmed or photographed. And when you tell them the price, they're like, You can usually tell because they go quiet on the phone. And if that pause is of a certain length, and they say, we'll get back to you, and you know they ain't coming back. I had one client who I actually done a job for, and he had paid the deposit, and when it came to paying the balance, he was grudgingly, bringing out the notes, and he said to me, all you do is press a button. Really? And it dawned on me that sometimes clients or prospective clients they struggle to understand the rate of pay that goes with the job, because they believe that all you do as a videographer, as a photographer, is press a button. Wow. And this is why sometimes you'll find that same job that somebody called you to do, that they said they will get back to you, later on you'll find some student is now doing the job, or somebody who just happens to have a camera is now doing that job, because they've rationalized in their mind that all you do is press a button. So I could press a button myself and save all this money, or I could get some student who's in photography school or whatever, and they can press the button. We can give them some sweets or whatever it is you give students, and they can get the job done. Because all you do is press a button. Wow. And I've been at events where there are other people, other videographers or photographers, and you can tell they're not really into what they're doing. They'll be there with a little camera, usually a kit lens. It'll be the wrong gun for the wrong job, basically. You don't turn up to a fight with the wrong weapon, So you can tell it's the only camera that they've got, and they're going to use it in whatever situation they're in. And sometimes that camera is ill-suited for the situation, for the environment, for the event that they're trying to shoot. I see people bring DSLRs to shoot events that last hours and hours, great big venues, and they're all the way at the back with a little DSLR, which cannot possibly have the range, the focal length range to reach where it is they're trying to film. And sometimes the same client will take that footage that student shot with the gun that wasn't correct for the environment, and they'll put it online, and you can see it. That this is just not right. It just looks cheap. It looks horrible. It's just not right. But clearly they didn't want to pay the money. So that's why they've gone down the route that they've gone. Because all you do, brother, is press a button. No, man. When you pay a videographer, a proper professional videographer, photographer, or any media person, what you're actually paying for, one is expertise and experience, years of experience, because a lot of the time when we shoot these events, things go wrong. And an experienced videographer will have a contingency plan. They will have backup cameras. They will know how to get out of certain situations and get around certain problems and be able to spot pitfalls before they actually happen. That's what you're paying for. Professional photographers, they'll have the correct guns. They'll have the correct weapons. They won't turn up to a huge event with a DSLR that cannot reach, the target, what we're supposed to be filming, where we're supposed to be, so that the image will be a tiny little thing in the frame. A professional, when you pay for them, you're paying for lights, you're paying for correct exposure, you're paying so that the audio quality will not be the audio off the top of a DSLR. I see them with these little microphones on the top of a DSLR, trying to record right the way across the room. And these event planners and promoters will use that footage, and it just makes you look rubbish, basically. It makes you look cheap and cheerful, or cheerless. Sometimes we put up with stuff and it just reflects on us. It reflects on our production and our promotion and what we're trying to do because we didn't want to spend the pennies. And in truth, it's pennies. Some of the money the amounts that we spend on other things, we tend to scrimp when it comes to our memories and our legacy, which basically this is what this is. It represents us. You're paying for production value that people are going to remember you by in years to come. You're paying for something that is going to represent you in your absence online. You're not paying me to press a button. We need to start thinking properly and understand the value of what it is that we're doing. Some people don't, they never know what they've got until it's gone. Sometimes when I look back over the years, some of the things that I was doing 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I appreciate it more now than at the time when I was doing it. Don't let that be us. Don't let that be you. If you've got the energy and the time and the forethought to put on an event, don't scrimp when it comes to the memory of it. More people will see your event after it's actually taken place than actually were there. Think of it like that. And stop the scrimping.